Hi guys, welcome to another beautiful episode of Jumoke Salame's show. How are you? How are you? How are you doing? Me, I'm feeling good. And today, I'm bringing you rich auntie vibes on this show. Can you feel it? Do you want me to stand up? No, let me leave that one. So if you love my rich auntie vibes, I want you to go on Instagram and follow at Orwells Signature. Any style of rich auntie vibes you want, she is ready to give to you. And you know that once you buy, L&B Logistics is ready to deliver it to your doorstep. Why are you wasting time? Don't sleep on it. You know my makeup is done by my own girl. Follow her up on Instagram at _glam_by_girl, and she's going to beat your face to perfection. So on that note, let's go to today's topic. What is today's topic? Let's talk about dating your fantasy. This topic is very funny. And while I was penning down all I'm going to say, I was just laughing because I could see me and me and me, or let me say I could see a younger version of me in this topic. You know the thing, while we were growing up, we had this funny thing that we do. We have the list of the kind of men we want. They must be tall, 6'3", that. I want to ask my married people, how far? Did you get your list? Did you make your list? It's that funny. It was so funny to me while writing up this thing, and I am sure you guys are going to enjoy this episode. So this is the thing here. I feel to my single ladies out there, do you think that your relationship has not been working because of your list? Do you think you're restricting yourself? You're restricting your wants, your need, your joy, your satisfaction to a certain range. And what I mean is to a certain perfection list. Do you think that could be the problem? What are you doing that you're not doing well? Are you the type that you feel, if a man is not rich, if he's not tall, if he doesn't have brown eyes, if he doesn't have broad shoulder, if he cannot even talk, are you that kind of a person? Don't you think gradually, you're killing your own joy, you're killing your happiness just because of a certain list that you're allowing to rule your own world? I feel we should go past that time, because sometimes you want something, but we know sometimes we cannot get it. It's not because you can't get it, but because it's not just destined to come your way, and there is nothing you can do about it. Some things will not just come. It's not because you're not perfect enough or because you're not nice enough, but it is not written that this is going to be yours. So while you're killing yourself to look for a broad man, you see a man that will take care of you, you see a man that's going to give you joy, but no, you see this broad shoulder, you see this brown eye, that is what you'll be using as your own audition for men, and you think you're going to be happy. And eventually, voila, the man with the brown eyes come, and you'll be like, oh, this is my man, this is my word. Now this man is not for you. Aside from the brown eyes that you are looking for, what else does he have to make you fulfill in life? Nothing. Just the brown eye. How long are you going to be infatuated to that brown eyes? When you're trying to have a happily ever after with a man, or you're trying to have a happily ever after with a woman, and you think the physical attributes, especially the ones that are so weird and funny, how can you tell me that if I don't see a man that has broad shoulder, then we cannot talk? You're not making sense. You're not even ready to grow up, because when you're grown, you will know that in life it's stages. In life, that's why even sometimes some people try to make jest of it, that when a lady is 15, when she's 18 years, there's a certain way her list looks like. When she's getting to 25, it's beginning to change. By the time she's 33, it don't drop finish. It go be anyone God gives me. It's not because he or she doesn't have a choice anymore, but because you're not being realistic, because it's not all that, even in life, it is not all that you ask for that you're going to get. It's not all that you work hard for that you're going to get. There are some things you work so hard for that you will eventually not get. So by the time you grow up to that extent that you know that when I don't get something, it's not that I've lost it. It's not that I'm losing. it's just that it's not supposed to be for me, then you begin to reason like an adult who is ready to grow and understand how the logic of this life is. Are you that kind of person that if you don't make a list, if you don't get a list, you cannot even relate? That gathering is not supposed to be the gathering where you're supposed to be. That gathering is not supposed to be where you're even proud of. But because you think, please, I'm looking for a rich man. If he's not rich, I cannot marry him. If he's not rich, I cannot marry her. I need to go to a certain place. You don't fit there. Not that you're a lazy person. Not that you're not hardworking. But because you're struggling, what is in your head is, if my wife is not a rich person, I'm not going to marry. You begin to go to places where you cannot fit in. You're trying to overdo. You're trying to impress at the detriment of your own pocket. Because if you want to mix with the big boys, you have to deal with the big boys. Do you even have the financials? Are you capable enough to deal with such circle? No, you're not. I feel you need to sit back and relax. Why you've not been, you date somebody today, in the next 2 weeks, off. You date another man tomorrow, another 1 month, off. You meet another girl, within 3 months, he's gone. Have you sat down to ask? It's not as if there's a problem. It's not as if you have a spiritual problem. It's not as if you're not fine. It's not as if you're not handsome. It's not as if you're not beautiful. But you're not doing the right thing. When you begin to do the right thing, you begin to attract the right people to you. When you accept the kind of person you are, even while growing up, I used to know that some things I will not get. It's not because I don't try to pray to get them. But sometimes when you know that these are not the people that come to me, then you don't stress it. Follow, as a person or as a human, understand the kind of star that you have and follow suit. Don't overdo. You're the kind of person that maybe all the time you were dating, the people that you meet are the people that they don't have anything, but you both have to just work hand in hand before you can grow. Follow suit, because you do not know if you eventually marry somebody like that, that is where you're going to get your peace of mind. That is where you're going to build from nothing to something. But no, you will not want to stick there. You don't want Surulere. You want Olorun Shogo, like my people will say. You want ready-made man, ready-made woman. There is money. He has cars. He goes to Morocco. He does this. And when you get into such house, such home, then you begin to cry. I do not advocate for people that say, I better cry in a Benz than cry on a bicycle. I'm sorry for you. You will cry in the Benz that we will not hear you weeping. You will cry till eternity. So understand the kind of star that you have as human. Because some things are just logic. When you begin to understand yourself, it's so painful that even as a man, as a woman, you do not understand your body. You don't know how you are as you. Forget all this that we are even saying. Let's go to you studying the kind of person that you are. You studying the kind of things that fit you. It is when you pay extra attention to yourself that you begin to understand the fact that, I think this is what I've been doing over my past relationship and it's not been working for me. Or you're that kind of person, you follow too much. You can follow people to pit. Are you that type that, how can I date this guy? See the way he's looking. My friend Amaka, she has a rich man. My friend Ngozi, the boyfriend is from this place. My friend Tanwa, what is your business? Did you come to this life together? Do you have the same grace? Do you have the same head? Why do you think you're going to get same thing as Amaka has? You can't. Because what I'm going to have, you might not have. What you have, I might not get it. So understand the fact that whatever is yours is going to be yours and it's not going to elude you. But once you begin to poke nose, once you begin to pick more interest on other people's life, or you begin to use other people as a yardstick to what you want in life, then you begin to have problems. So if you feel you've been going wrong in your relationships, my dear, go and check your fantasy list. Try and go outside that box of your ideal list. What have you been saying? Are you the one that says, if he is not dark, I cannot marry him? All the people that have been coming your way, dark, but they have been messing you up. And you see one brother that is fair, treating you right, but because this man is not dark, you begin to treat the person wrong. And you think you're going to be happy. No, he will eventually leave you once he's tired. and another person will come and they will maltreat you or deal with you ways that you will not like. Go out of your ideal list. Your ideal list might not be fit for you. Go out of your ideal list. Do things you've not done before. Date different race. You might say, I want a Nigerian man, and you're not destined to have to be happy with a Nigerian man. So what are you going to do? Do something different. Meet people from different places, from different culture. Maybe, just then, maybe you can have this relationship that you're going to say, okay, fine. I think I am ready to call this thing a big thing. So understand what works for you. Understand the kind of thing you have in your fantasy list, because you will know if you're beginning to overstretch yourself. You will see it there because it's not going to work for you. Understand yourself. Go outside this your fantasy list that you've made for yourself, and just then maybe once you leave that place, that is where your joy will lie. Think about it. You might want something, a lady that is big, but everyone that you've met are not doing the right thing. Everyone that you've met does not have the same goal that you have. And you met this chubby girl and you think, she's chubby, I cannot date her. She's chubby, I cannot marry her. But she's giving you everything that is going to make you a complete man. She's giving you everything that is going to give you joy for the rest of your life. And you think you're supposed to put a fantasy list above such woman. Think again. Understand what works for you. Understand that that list you're making might not work for you. And of all things that you might choose to do, God will always be God. You might make 1,001 lists, but guess what? He is going to be several steps ahead of you. You will tell him what you want. He's not going to give you. Rather, he will give you what you need. He will definitely give you what you need. So stop making your wants. Stop demanding wants from God and allow him to give you what you need. But before I end this episode, I want to also tell you, while you're making your list, while you're trying to edit your list, let me ask you, you want a rich man? Are you trying to be a rich woman? Or you just feel a rich man is what I want so that I can balance? No, nobody wants a liability. While you're working tirelessly to meet your dream man, to meet your dream woman, I hope you're also building yourself. I hope you're also taking time to develop yourself in areas that a man will see, a woman will see and say, God, I bless you for the day I met this person. Do not think you are going to be a liability to anybody and you're busy writing fantasy lists. Try and develop yourself, and I bet you the right things, the right people will fall in place. Develop yourself, learn new things. When you concentrate more, or when you concentrate more on building yourself, packaging yourself for the right person, you wouldn't even know when the right person comes in. So it's not sweat. It's not a big deal. Concentrate more on yourself and the right people. You will attract the right people. I enjoy this episode because I've once been a victim of long fantasy lists, and here I am. I thank God and I'm happy. So I do hope you enjoy this episode. I also hope you learn and unlearn. So please, if you have ridiculous fantasy lists, my brother, my sister, cut it short. Look elsewhere. Think outside the box. Think outside your fantasy list or your ideal list. Just maybe then you can now call Jumoke Salami to come and eat rice next year. So on that note, I'm ending this episode. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed it because I enjoyed myself. Thank you for your love, for your support. Do not forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. How many times? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do not allow me to start bringing powder to blow to your face before you do that. Don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you so much and I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing me, and I'm not taking it for granted. Thank you and I love you. I remain your beautiful host, Jumoke Salami Adufe Omolowo Mogun Maja Meji Were Ara Ade Ajagbon Giyopo Ara Alanbe Omo Asirewe Loa Omo Olubigi ó gbé mi lọ Ọmọ pàǹtí ló ṣe ń làjà ó dági dúró mọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀gọ̀ ọmọ ṣàkìtì wẹ́n. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye.